Hello, this is Matt Cannon with my thoughts of the day out here in nature. I have a few things I want to share with you. I was recently listening to a Clubhouse interview, and the interview was with a lot of people, like most Clubhouse interviews are, but the one particular person who was speaking that I want to cover was this guy named Jason Silva. And he used to do like a Netflix special that was all about mind games and things of that nature, but I learned that he's a pretty profound thinker, and he also is very much in touch with, I would say, reality than most people are. And he said something that was really interesting to me. And he says, art is the lie that reveals the truth. Art is the lie that reveals the truth. And he says, if Picasso does a self-portrait, it's not going to look like him. And he says, art is a fiction, yet it reveals a truth that a photograph cannot show. So if you have a photograph of Picasso versus a self-portrait of Picasso, you're going to get two diverging views. But that's what art is all about. Art is the lie that reveals the truth. While it's not 100% accurate, it shows things that just a distilled photograph cannot show. And he said this thing that really fascinated me, and I've been thinking about it, and that's what I wanted to share with you, is he says, unlearn and relearning is the overlap of awe. So unlearning and relearning is the overlap of awe. And he said if you had a Venn diagram, and a Venn diagram is just like two circles with where they connect, that's the area in the middle. He says where unlearn and relearn overlap is awe. So awe is in the center. So I've been thinking about this whole idea of what do we really know? And what are we learning, and what are we relearning, and what are we unlearning? And I saw this quote. It says, we teach children how to measure and how to weigh. We fail to teach them how to revere and how to sense wonder and awe. And that's by Harold Kushner. And it's true. We very rarely show children how to capture awe and art and all of these things. And Einstein said, he who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. So think about that. He who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. And so it's just this concept of awe. What is it that you think you know, or you need to unlearn and relearn, unlearn, relearn, kind of find that dichotomy, that contradiction of the two, to find that place of awe. And once you do that, you're going to be in a good place. That's why I like to come out in nature like this, is just experiencing the simplistic way of things. And there's another quote by Aristotle. He says, in all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. In all things of nature, there is something in the marvelous. So unlearn and relearn is the overlap of awe. Art is the lie that reveals the truth. Art is a fiction, yet it reveals a truth a photograph could not show. So don't take things at face value. Look at the beyond. Look at the awe and the wonder of life. Just the fact that you're alive today is a miracle. So take that and run with it. Do with it as you will. But this is Matt Cannon with my thoughts of the day, signing out.